What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Year 2 NFL Picks. We had a hell of a year last year. Yep. As always, I'm Colton. I'm joined by Nate, Cody, and Zach. I just realized we're a little out of order this time.
Yeah, it's a little.
I know. New setting. I kind of like that. We're in a different spot. We got a new background. We're ready to go. Just a quick recap of last year. If you weren't following us, I hope you tail us this year. We had a great season overall. I had 152 correct, 152 and 115, followed by Cody, 149. He made a late season push. Nate Dogg, 140. Zach, 138. So it was really bunched up. We did a great job. Everybody at least 9 games over 500. And then locks, we had a great year. 14-4, 13-5, 10-8, 10-7-1. And Cody, I believe, at one point won like 10 straight or something. So,
11.
Yeah, it's 11. Exactly.
We're sharp over here.
So,
year 2.
Again, year 2. If you're not following us by now, I hope you join us for this season. Any comments?
I'm just excited.
Drop a comment if you like this environment. Should this be the new setting?
You guys like this guy, let us know. He can come back.
This is Jimmy Chooch.
Yeah, he'll feature for sure all year.
All right, so we're starting Thursday Night Football. As always, we're going to go through every single game and then give a lock of the week. We're starting with the defending champs again. First team to go for a 3-peat.
We should probably state, too, these lines are as of Tuesday.
Yes,
so people don't
it's Tuesday on FanDuel.
Yes.
FanDuel. Big FanDuel guy. We got the Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs. The line is -3. Kansas City at home. I don't know where to start. This is weird. It's usually me starting and Cody starting. Nate Dogg, kick us off with the first pick of the 2024 season. Ravens, Chiefs. Who you got?
Ravens, Chiefs, opening game of the season in Kansas City at Arrowhead. I'm going with the Chiefs here, simply only because Lamar's 1-4 against Mahomes. I feel like
simple.
Another primetime game on all the lights are on. I don't know if Lamar's gonna be able to. I know they got Derrick Henry and everything, but I don't know, Chiefs have a lot of weapons on offense this year, and I don't think Baltimore is gonna slow it down.
Keep it simple. -3.
I'm gonna disagree there. I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens. We saw what happened last year when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. A little bit of a hangover the year after. It might have actually been the same previous year, too. I'm not sure how they opened up, but I'm going to go with the Ravens here. I think having Derrick Henry there is going to cause some confusion for that Chiefs defense, going to put them on their heels. So I'm going to take the Chiefs to lose this game outright. To lose this game outright, the +128. I love it, but I'm taking the points, but I like the money line, too.
A split board early. I love it. I'm actually going to... This is a really tough game. I know last year... The Lions, obviously, like you were saying, like that. I think it was 5.5 last year.
That was in Kansas City, too.
Exactly. So Chiefs start slow historically after a Super Bowl. I'm still going to go with the Chiefs here. I think I just don't trust Baltimore fully. I want to see what their offense looks like with this Lamar situation. Obviously, Mike McDonald, now coach of your Seattle Seahawks, no longer the defensive coordinator over there. I just think there's a little bit of an adjustment. I don't know. I think it's going to be a really tight game. I think Isaiah Pacheco is big-time fantasy guy. I'm high on him. I think he'll have a solid outing. I think this would be a great opener. I could see it being a field goal game, and that's why the line's -3. But I would take the Chiefs.
I will also be going with the Chiefs here.
Lone Wolf.
They're bringing more speed to this offense, and I think that's going to be dangerous with Xavier Worthy and Hollywood, right?
Yeah,
he'll be out.
He's out, but yes.
Travis Kelce's old, but I don't know. I feel like Mahomes gets it done in this spot. Close game. But I'm going to go with the Chiefs here.
All right, then we're off to Brazil for the Friday game.
It's funny, none of these players actually want to go to the game. I don't know if you guys, CJ Gardner, none of them want to go.
It's out in not in Philadelphia.
Their
in Brazil. Packers taking on the Eagles, neutral site game, Friday night. Really weird.
Who's got the home field advantage?
First game ever in South America. Right?
Yeah, it's so strange. And especially to open up, that kind of sucks, I think. But anyway, Packers, Eagles, -2.5. Eagles at home. In Brazil. Zachary.
I'm going to go with the Eagles here. And I actually think this is going to be a blowout. I think Saquon is going to have 3 touchdowns, and it's going to be just an absolute blowout. The Packers get off to a slow start. Fuck the Packers. Fuck them.
Oh, Vikings.
And Eagles route 2 touchdowns. Lay that alternate spread.
Ooh.
But
8, 9.5.
13.5.
13.5. Wow.
13.5. I might sprinkle that a little bit.
I was flip-flopping on this game. I was originally a big fan of the Packers in this spot. I am a big Jordan Love fan. He helped me win my Dynasty League last year against all of you guys in that league. Jordan Love, big fan. But in this spot, I thought about it, and it's all Eagles. It's Eagles.
Oh, Eagles.
It's a young Jordan Love's still young. That roster is very young. All those receivers are young. They're playing in Brazil. I don't even know where they're playing. Sao Paulo. Where are they playing? Rio.
Somewhere.
I don't even know.
Very dangerous.
So I'm taking the Eagles. I just trust Jalen Hurts. I trust that scumbag Nick Sirianni a little more. I just think this is a team that's been to the Super Bowl. I think they're still a few steps ahead of the Packers. By the end of the year, we'll see. But right now, I like the Eagles. I'm siding with Zach. I don't know about the 13.5, but he might be on his own. But
I'm going to agree with Colton here. I just think this Eagles team is elite. They got one of the best, I would say a top 3 running back the past 5 years, Saquon Barkley when he's healthy. Great running back. They got him. Jalen Hurts, it's a great tandem there. And then you got Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown on the outside, cooking. Now they have Dotson, too. People forget that. That guy's going to be their third receiver. That might be one of the best receiver rooms. And then Goddard, it just might be too much for this defense. So I think the Packers can keep it close, but I think the Eagles cover the 2.5.
I think this game is going to be a shootout. What's the over? 40.5?
Yeah, could be a shootout.
Yeah, honestly, I think it goes over. But I'm going to say the Packers. I'm on the Packers.
Take
The
that game
Packers.
early.
Yeah. The Packers. Jordan Love last year. Granted, it was for the second half of the season, but what they were doing on offense and what we saw out of the Eagles' defense.
Eagles' defense is sus.
I just feel like this is Jordan Love. Playoff game last year. Went into Dallas, won. I don't think the moment's too big for him. The Eagles' defense, I think, is very susceptible to big plays, and the Packers have all the weapons to do it.
2 lone wolves off the bat. All right, I like it. Moving on to Sunday, we have a very anticipated debut of Caleb Williams in Chicago. The Bears finally have a franchise quarterback. Maybe, we'll see. I've heard that before, but this is a different level of hype. The Titans, I think Will Levis is flying a little under the radar. The Titans are plus 4.5 in Chicago. Nate, kick us off. Do you like the Bears at home laying 4.5?
I'm going to take the Bears, though. Yeah, I'm leaning with the Bears. I'm all in. On my fantasy league show it, too. I'm all in on the Caleb Williams, the Dunze, DJ Moore, the Keenan Allen, the Cole Kmets, the DeAndre Swifts. Their offense is going to be very good this year. I mean, it might be a hot take, but top 15 offense, I think they got potential to be this year.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe top 10 if Caleb Williams, off the bat, there's no rookie struggles, all that stuff. But, I do like the Titans, what they've done. They have a year 2 Will Levis. The receiver room is, redone, looks very good. But yeah, no, I feel like Chicago, they're gonna cover. They're gonna roll.
Right.
Too much for that Titans secondary, I feel like.
I like the Titans a lot in this game. The plus 4.5. I'm not saying I'm low on Caleb Williams. I think he's great. But I've never seen a rookie quarterback be favored this much in his first NFL game. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
that means they have to win by 5 points.
That's crazy.
I think he's gonna. I'm not gonna say he's gonna have the rookie bad game to start off the year, yada yada. But I think he could have a decent game. But I think the Titans could cover that spread 4.5, keep the game close. They could maybe win the game outright. I think having Calvin Ridley on this team, now they have Pollard too, they added a lot of additions to this offense. They're going to be able to stay on the field, tire out the Bears defense, and I think they can put some points up, and I think they can keep this game close. So I'm going to take the Titans plus 4.5.
Quick fantasy corner with Cody Santo outlook. Allen, Moore, Odunze. What's your outlook on those 3 guys this year?
DJ Moore is in my opinion, he's the number one. Yeah. He's very healthy. He plays 17 games a year.
Do you like all 3 of them?
I do. I think if healthy, it'll probably be DJ Moore and Keenan Allen the best. But I think by the end of the season, I think Odunze, by the last 5-6 games, he'll probably be one of the best receivers of the class this year, which he already is. But.
All right, I like the Titans as well, plus 4.5. I think it's a little bit too much. I think, and I don't know this for a fact, but I imagine that a lot of the money is going to be on the Bears here. I think they just seem like a public team here. I mean, Caleb Williams, the hype.
It's kind of a fishy play here.
Yeah, a little bit of a
fishy play.
4.5 is pretty.
So yeah, I'm going to take the Titans. I think the Bears could still win this game, but I think having that 4.5 points in my back pocket makes me feel a little more comfortable. Am I really going to go out and lay 4.5 with Caleb Williams in his first game? When he's a future Hall of Famer, this might look like a bad take, but game 1, Titans.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what Nate Dogg said. Caleb Williams, I think he's going to have a great season. I think this is a good young team, but it's all new for them, it's all new. It's new for some of these, Calvin Ridley's coming to Tennessee. I don't know. I still like the Titans here, plus 4.5. Will Levis is a dog. I mean, he showed it last year. Caleb Williams has to show it. I think he'll show it later.
He competes.
I think he'll show it later in the year. But yeah, I like the Titans here plus 4.5. I think they squeak this game out actually. Plus 176.
Who's to say he doesn't start off slow too? Still a little slow start of the year.
No.
Him and the rookies start off slow, but
yeah, like
they can turn up.
4.5 for a rook.
And you gotta understand, like Eberflus is still the head coach, bro. Like, come on, dude.
That's fair.
That guy ever won anything?
Wait, what did you pick? I had his zone.
Titans.
Titans.
I was just like sucking the Bears a little bit. But like, I think they're gonna be good.
They're gonna be good. Yeah. Who said it has to be early though?
No,
it doesn't have to be right away.
I didn't say it. Did he say it? I don't know.
We got no trends right now. We got no trends. It's just all.
It's all feels.
Yeah.
This guy's Pittsburgh Steelers, who had a pretty down year last year. Kenny Pickett, yikes! But now it's a new look. It's my guy, Russell Wilson, getting the QB1 job over in Pittsburgh. They're going to Atlanta, and this line has moved. This was not the line last time I saw it. Again, as of Tuesday, Falcons minus 3.5 at home. I don't know. That's that hook for this type of game. Not gonna give any clues of where I'm going, but Zach, open us up. Falcons at home. Drink some of that. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with my guy in this game, Kirk O'Chains.
Yes.
Kirk O'Chains. I mean, I really like Kyle Pitts. He's been so up and down, and I feel like this duo could connect. Kirk loves his tight ends. Falcons are a solid team. Steelers are, we know that, Nate Dogg. They're very iffy.
They are.
With that being said, I like the Falcons minus 3.5.
Could he be the one to revive Pitts? That's the question. Everybody wants to know.
I hope so.
Everybody wants to know.
I hope so.
If he's not,
he's good.
If he's
not
a good
quarterback,
the highest tight end ever drafted in NFL history.
He's a good quarterback, dude. This could be the year.
I
have Kyle Pitts in fantasy.
He's good. Hopefully.
I like the Steelers in the spot. Catching 3.5, I think, is a little crazy. At 2.5, it was tempting, but I think the Steelers could actually win this game outright. The Falcons, obviously they have a lot of new pieces here, and by a lot I mean mainly coach quarterback, but they have Judon too. They have some fun pieces, but it's week 1. The Falcons don't feel like a team, even with Kirk, who I really like, but he's coming off an injury.
He's a good player.
This is his first time with this offense. I just can't lay over a field goal with that in this situation, especially against Mike Tomlin coach team. They'll be ready. My guy Russell Wilson, maybe sprinkle that MVP.
No? Oh, I forgot.
I've said this multiple times.
Maybe,
and they don't have a lot of weapons.
Sprinkle Justin Fields comes in at half. Maybe
the Steelers don't have a lot of weapons. Really, that's concerning. I know we discussed how Ray McLeod is or Calvin Austin or whoever it is. They're number 2 technically. Roman Wilson, I don't think is even healthy.
He's not playing.
George Pickens will have to carry the load, and it'll be a lot of Najee Harris and Jalen Warren. But I think they do enough to keep this close and might maybe even win it outright.
I'm gonna take the Falcons with the points at home. I think Kirk has been itching to get back on the field. It's been so long, and I think the main story in this game, nobody said anything about it, but it's Arthur Smith versus the Falcons, and I promise that the Falcons players want to set the tone. They want to prove a point to this guy that they were ass mainly because he was ass. So. I think London, Bijan, all these top dogs like Kirk, Pitts. I love the running back room. Like they got Algier too. Like I think they're gonna all show out. I think this game they could heftily cover that minus 3.5. I don't see an issue with that. So I'm gonna take the Falcons.
I was not expecting that out of you. Hey Doug, I think I know where you're going.
I don't like Arthur Smith, dude.
I'm gonna take the Steelers. Yes. It's definitely gonna be a close game. Like this game is like. Honestly, Steelers have a hard schedule in general, but this is like not a good opener. It's like a very tough game to start off against. But you know what? It's okay. It's good. Kirk Cousins. The one big thing in this game, I think, it could be huge. It's going to set the tone of the game. Is how can Pittsburgh's pass rush affect Kirk Cousins? Because if Highsmith and Watt get going and they get into the backfield, then first game on the new offense, new team, new receivers, could be some miscues and stuff. It goes the same way with Wilson though, because new scenario.
Who would you rather have start?
What Fields are? Yeah. I think Wilson's the right move. At least to start the year off. At least I mean, because I think it was Bill Cowher. He said it best. I saw our interview. A quick thing. He was like, you can always go back to Russ. If Russ gets benched, he's not going to be deflated. Mm-hmm. If you start off with Fields and then you pull him for Wilson, maybe that fucks with this conference.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's been there before, But yeah. Close game. I'm not going to say Steelers are winning the game, but I do like them to cover, and I expect a close game, though. Oh, big thing, too. George Pickens returned to Atlanta, Georgia, hometown. The last time he played, he was very unhappy. He got one look.
I like that.
I think George Pickens is going to want to prove himself in this game,
That's a player, bro.
Hopefully they throw him the ball.
Yeah.
If the Steelers start 0-5, will you eat dog food on the show?
No.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Just curious. Wow. I'll say if the Seahawks start 0-5, I will eat
Did I?
several servings of dog food.
Will you actually?
I
They
wouldn't
start
say that
0-5?
about the Cowboys.
You
bro.
see it?
Yeah, come on. I want to know after this week. Come
I'm
on.
not pretty bad.
Jacksonville. I wouldn't do it for the Vikings.
They're very well. They could very well go on 5.
Jacksonville Jaguars going to Miami. A little in-state battle in the state of Florida. Jaguars at the Dolphins. Dolphins laying 3.5 at home. I actually kind of like this game. Nate, Gog, to you. Where are you going?
I'm going with Jaguars. I'm going with the Jaguars in this game. I don't think either defense is going to hold up. It's going to be a very high scoring affair, I feel, in this game. But yeah, Jacksonville has a lot of weapons, and I think they can really keep this close.
I love the Dolphins in the spot at home. They started out last year 4-0 against the spread at home. I think they continue. I think they can win this game by a big blowout. I'm not gonna lie. I understand Trevor Lawrence got this contract, $55 million, whatever.
It
is. It's in Miami. It's gonna be 80, 90 degrees. I'm not saying Lawrence isn't used to playing like that, but Tua thrives in this environment, and that offense. You got Achane, you got Raheem Mostert, Raheem the Dream, and you got all these stud receivers.
I like it.
You can't blame me. It's the Miami Dolphins all the way. So
Jaguars plus 3.5 is where I'm going here. Is this a sneaky spot? Dolphins, I'm really down on the Dolphins this year. I know what. I just think that they're going to take a step back. I don't know. I didn't love them to begin with last year. Obviously, outside of playing very bad teams, they were very bad. Every winning team they played was not good. And I'm actually kind of higher on the Jaguars than I think a lot of people. I really like Brian Thomas. I think he's might have one of the best rookie years of anybody in the league. And that includes the top dogs. I really think he's going to be a top 3 rookie wide receiver this year. Dolphins, they'll do their thing. They're going to put up points, but I think the Jaguars can do enough. I actually think the Jaguars could win this game outright, but I'll take the 3.5 and roll with Duval.
This kind of feels like a game of the week. I feel like this could be an
This is
over.
exactly-
Another over.
I think that too.
Another over.
Could be the game of the week.
I agree 100% with Cody on this. I think this is going to be a rout. I mean, this is an electric offense. They did it all year last year. They're going to do it all year this year. Tua can be blind just going like this. He's got the 2 fastest receivers in the NFL, and they're both top 15 receivers. I mean, Tyreek, obviously. But yeah, I like the Dolphins in a route.
What do you start a franchise? What do you want, Lawrence?
Who do you start?
Lawrence or Tua?
Lawrence or Tua? Depends.
Neutral franchise. Just
Tua has a gold setup, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably say Trevor Lawrence just for intangibles, but
facts.
I don't think T-Law is gonna do anything crazy this year. Not with that roster.
All right, next up we got. Oh wait, nobody likes it. We're in Massachusetts, but no Patriots fans
line,
here.
Big line coming up.
Patriots Bengals. I think this is the largest line of the week. I'm actually pretty certain.
It is. Yeah.
Bengals minus 9.5 at home against not Drake May, Jacoby Brissett, Gerard Mayo, and the New England Patriots. Zach, are you laying 9.5 in week 1 with a team that usually struggles?
I'm kind of a fraud because I didn't know that Drake May wasn't starting. If he was, I would go with the Pats, but Jacoby Brissett, bro. Oh my God, this is sick. I just feel like week 1 it's so tough. Like you don't know what the Bengals are gonna do. They don't. I feel like they just they're up and down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 9.5 is too many points here. I'm gonna go Pats plus 9.5. They keep it close. They get very scrappy. Burrow makes some mistakes that he's been doing. Kind of. I mean, he's good, but I think he makes mistakes here and there. And it's the first game of the year, so plus 9.5. 9.5 is too many points.
I concur. Patriots plus 9.5. I also like Christian Gonzalez interception in this game.
Yes.
I like that. I like that. No, but the Bengals always start slow. I think they feel like they start 0-2 every year. I don't know if that's
they start
really slowly.
Yeah, and
no, you're right.
Now Joe Burrow is finally fully healthy, apparently, right? I mean, that's what the word is. I mean, I don't know. He's always seems to have something lingering, but he's had this all his time. Supposed to be healthy. Jamar's playing, I believe, in this game. T. Higgins, they got all the weapons.
He isn't not yet,
but regardless if Chase plays or not, I like the Patriots to cover. I really think this could be like a field goal game, and people look up in the fourth quarter. It's like, wait, Patriots and Bengals are tied, 2020. What's going on? Are they going to lose? So I like the Patriots plus 9.5. I don't know that they win, obviously, but I think they definitely cover.
Too many points.
Too many points.
I'm just gonna have to disagree on this one.
Ooh.
I hope Chase plays. It'd make me feel a little more comfortable.
He's a big Bengals guy.
Yeah, I like the
Bengals
Bengals.
numbers like that.
No, I usually don't, but it's in Cincinnati. I think this Patriots team is probably the worst I've ever seen in my life. Like obviously they have 6 Super Bowls or whatever, but this team, especially, I haven't seen a Patriots team look like this ever. And I'm 23, so. That shit is they've been a great franchise, but I think this year they're going to struggle, which is why they got Drake May. I think he's in by week 5 or 6. I actually think maybe sooner because I don't know if Brissett is gonna be healthy, but we'll see. I'm gonna take Joe Shiesty and the Bengals. Let's ride. Go Burrow.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals here, but it's like if Chase plays Bengals, but I want to say if he doesn't play, Pat.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
Choose your spot.
Pass will scrap.
Bengals.
All right, split board.
Hey, you know Yoshi Vash Burton. I mean,
I have
they got.
Next up, we go to Indianapolis. We got a divisional battle, AFC South battle, Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. The line is 2.5. This might be the biggest trap line of the week, honestly, but it's still, it just feels like it should be. I mean, they're on the road, but the Texans are loaded. They're the talk of the town. I mean, they are Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz, Joe Mixon.
True.
I mean, it's crazy.
About,
going up to face Anthony Richardson, returning for the Colts. Nate Dogg, kick us off. AFC South battle.
I mean, the way I'm looking at all these games right now, this might be my lock of the week. I like the Texans. I love the Texans in this game.
Yep, fall for it. Fishy fish.
I think the Texans got this.
I don't know though. I don't know who I'm.
They have a six-headed monster. Rich, I've seen two halves out of him. I mean, I'm taking Trey Stroud.
That's true. You can't get no data with
two halves.
No data.
One shoulder.
No data.
And then you got Will Anderson and Dale Hunter and all that good stuff. Whatever.
I have a little bit of data for this game. I'm gonna go back to when Rich was actually healthy last year. He played one quarter against this team.
Dude.
He literally lasted 13 minutes and he had 17 fantasy points.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out.
He's a dog.
And the line here is just very fishy, like a -150 for a team that just added Diggs and their defense. They have one of the best defensive-minded
I hate this game.
coaches in the NFL. D'Amico Ryans, this is so weird. I'm gonna take the Colts to win the game outright. The +130. I'm taking them +2.5. I don't see how you can take the Texans with that line. This is a very odd line. And if anything, I could see them maybe winning by 2 or 3. It's a close game regardless. I think. I don't think this game gets blown out of proportion.
Fishy. Very fishy.
This is very fishy.
Give me the Colts.
This is fishy as it gets.
I mean, two guys reading the room very different already. One swam right into the net. One guy.
They both went.
No, he went. He went Texas. He went.
I'm
I'm gonna go.
This
I'm gonna go Colts +2.5. I do think they can win this game outright. They're no slouch of a team. Jonathan Taylor, Anthony Richardson, Michael Pittman. They got studs. Shane Steichen's a
one of the best.
Great coach. The defense is a little unknown. I mean, I don't know. Can't really gauge their defense. Don't really know much about their defense, to be honest. Of all 32 teams, the Colts are what's their defense really going to be? I don't know. I think that overall they're a decent team, and in this spot in a divisional game in Week 1, Colts +2.5.
Who's the other receiver in Indianapolis?
Josh Downs.
Adonai Mitchell.
Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce
this
would be
is
wide
fishy.
receiver.
This is very fishy. I'm just gonna go with the Texans here and be a fish, swim in the ocean like a fish. I mean, they're just loaded. How can you not fall into this? How can you not fall into this fish bowl?
So good too.
I mean, I'm gonna be a fish, and I'm gonna go -2.5 for the Texans. Stroud, they got Diggs now, and forget about it.
Forget about it.
Just lock it in. Forget about it.
All right, we already covered two of our teams. Our third one, Vikings. Look at this guy over here going to the Giants, and they are favored by 1.5. The Vikings, 1.5. First skull of the year. We'll let the Viking man himself kick this off. The Giants suck.
Yeah.
Do the Vikings suck just as much?
I don't feel good about this at all. They could easily lose this game. Neighbors could. I mean, he could have 200 yards in his rookie debut.
Realistically, yes.
I mean, they got Dallas Turner, who's a dog, but one player on defense, I don't know. Their defense is not good. Sam Darnold sucks. I'm going to go Vikings -1.5. Somehow, this is going to be a shitty game. It has to be. It has to be a shitty game.
Worst game of those.
It's going to be a 14-13 game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna somehow Jetta's Moss is some dude, and just that's how I think it's gonna get done. I don't know. They're gonna do it somehow. 14-13. I mean -1.5. So no, it's gonna be more than that. But Vikings -1.5.
I agree with that. Vikings -1.5. Just because I have made a clear stance that I think the Giants are the worst team in the NFL. I respect Daboll, but the rest of this team is so bad. Devin Singletary's RB1. They have a rookie receiver who's probably a dog, but that's their wide receiver one. Daniel Jones. I'm sorry, he's not good at football. He's just not. And then this defense is probably their strong point compared to the offense, but I don't trust it. So I don't know if Sam Darnold can do enough. I think this is a 16-13 Vikings win. Obviously, I wouldn't be shocked if the Giants. I'm not using this as a survival pool pick. but I think a trend picking against the Giants might be good. I really think they're the worst team in football, 3-14.
For me personally, I actually love this spot for the Giants. I think Malik Neighbors is fantastic. They literally went and unretired a number for this guy. Like, that should tell you all you need to know about Malik Neighbors. Another thing, I think the last time, if I can recall, that Sam Darnold was in this building, he was like seeing ghosts or something, like at MetLife. So I'm not gonna back a guy who was seeing ghosts 4 years ago. Like, I'm all set with that. I think Jefferson's great, but not on Sunday. So I'm going to take the Giants with the plus money and the plus 1.5.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Vikings here. I love...
But you're not confident about it?
No. I mean, I kind of am. I mean, but I don't know. Dan Jones is like... no. I think...
It's kind of gross.
Yeah. It is. It is gross. But, yeah, I like the Vikings. I mean, one thing you can't rule out is, like, Sam Darnold's in his career so far. Yes, he's been not lived up to the draft type at all. But now you got to factor in he's actually has the best offense that's ever going to be around. He's still pretty young. If there's any chance for him to do anything ever, it's the chance right here. But I'll take him over Dan Jones this game.
Where's Josh Doobs when you need him?
He's
San Fran.
Saw him live.
Yeah.
All right, next up,
crazy.
This is my personal pick for worst game of the week. Panthers at the Saints, NFC South battle, divisional matchup to open up. Lines moved slightly down. Yeah, it was 4, I think. Now it's 3.5 in favor of the Saints. Yes. Another low total, 41.5. Nate Dogg, who do you trust? Dennis Allen? You trust Dennis Allen? Who do you got here?
Yeah, I'm all over Panthers plus 3.5. I think it's going to be a low scoring affair, and divisional game, I think it'll be close. I think Derek Carr and Bryce Young, like, someone's gonna who's gonna out trash who, but I think it's gonna be a slugfest in that regard. So I like Panthers in a low scoring close game.
Is Bryce Young really trash, or does he just have nothing?
I agree with Nate Dogg. I love Dave Canales. I love the Panthers in the spot. Dave Canales knows how to play against these Saints. He's done it in the past. He was with the Bucs. Did great things to Baker Mayfield. I anticipate the same things that he's about to do with Bryce Young in that offense. I only saw one preseason drive, and he looked phenomenal. I think he went like 7 for 8, hit Deontay a couple times, hit Jatavion Sanders a couple times. Just looked phenomenal. Chuba looked great. And I think Jonathan Brooks isn't playing in this game, but I think he'll be a steal of your fantasy drafts. Stash him on that IR. Yes. But give me the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
This is like repulsive, but I'm taking the Saints here. Like, it's disgusting. I feel sick, actually, like physically sick taking the Saints. If I click that into a parlay, I will probably throw up. But I'm going to take, if I was forced to pick this game, I'm taking the Saints. I don't know why. I don't really have a good reason. I just don't. I want to see a week of the Panthers, see how that offense has shifted a little bit. I think they're going to be better. They're not going to be as bad as last year. And it makes no sense to take the Saints here, I think. So give me the Saints.
Yeah, I feel very similar to how CBA is feeling about this. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's repulsive.
Yes.
I'm going to go with the Saints here. I'm going to go with the vets.
You kind of feel
That's
dirty.
That's the moral of the story
kind of
for me,
dirty.
The vets. You got AK. Derek Carr is awful.
Yeah.
But he's a veteran, so maybe he gets it done. Maybe.
Your GM of the Vikings trade came through Sam Darnold for Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Do you accept it? Do you accept it?
I mean,
I
don't
he
even
hangs
know.
up the phone.
I don't even know.
Click.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Saints here. Somehow the veterans pull this one out.
We can't get a lock on the board right now.
Oh.
Interesting. Shifting over, some new firepower added to the Cardinals roster. The Bills lost a lot of firepower. Arizona going to Buffalo. I think I like the over in this game. Little free audition. Bills are laying 6.5 at home in Buffalo, New York. Zach, what do you like?
I mean, this is a large number, I feel like, for this game.
It is.
It is.
If it was like 3.5, I think I'd go Bills, but 6.5, I'm going to go Cardinals here. Maserati goes off. I mean, Kyler Murray, he can throw the ball. He's a good quarterback. He can get it done. They're going to keep this close. They might lose, but this is going to be a close game. Give me the Cardinals.
I was originally on that train of thought, but I think under 7, I'm going to take the Bills minus 6.5. I think they can win this by a touchdown. I think they probably win by like 10. I do think the Cardinals will be much improved.
Oh, I forgot about Trey McBride.
He's a dog. Kyler, he came back, last year, and he played really well. And I do think, like he just said, Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison, obviously, Dortch, Wilson, they got some sneaky guys in there. Their defense will be probably shaky, but The offense, I think, will keep them in a lot of games. Like I said, I kind of alluded to it. I think we're looking at an over in all likelihood. But I think it's going to be like a 34-24 type of game, maybe a little shootout, maybe one of the best games. But I think towards the fourth quarter, the Bills pull away and they get just enough to cover. Don't love it, but I like it.
Josh does not have his safety valve anymore.
Doesn't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to agree with Zach here. I like the Cardinals in the spot in Buffalo, plus 6.5, laying the points. Not laying the points. I'm taking the 6.5. However, I do think the Bills will be good, but I think it's a little bit of a slow start for them this year. They have a rookie, Keon Coleman, supposed to be very good. They drafted Ray Davis as well.
Kincaid, too. I'm so high on
Kincaid's going to be very good.
Yes.
But, I think Gannon's a decent coach. I think he can coach this game to keep it close, and I think Kyler also really wants to keep this game close. I don't think the Bills really blow anybody out too crazy this year with the roster they have, and they also lost Matt Milano, Poyer. Just their defense is pretty brutal. So yep. I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
I really like the Cardinals in the spot as well. The Cardinals, Kyler Murray's back healthy. Trey McBride looks like he's an emerging star, and then you add Marvin Harrison in the mix. And then you go to the other side of the ball, Buffalo on defense. Jordan Poyer gone, Micah Hyde gone, Tre'Davious White gone, Milano out 3-4 months, 2-3 months? Whatever?
4 months.
4 months?
Yeah, 4 months.
For the bicep injury. I do think it'll be a high-scoring game, but I do agree with Cody. The Bills on the slow start. Eventually, I think they'll get going. I think Ken Coleman can be a good number one for him. And it's already Kincaid and James Cook and all the good guys over there, but... So start for the Bills. I like Cardinals to cover.
Another divisional game. 4 o'clock window we move into. Raiders, Chargers, Jim Harbaugh debut with the Bolts. Nate Dogg, do you like the Raiders?
This game, I don't love anything about this game at all. But I'm taking Justin Herbert. I'm taking Jim Harbaugh. He's back in the NFL head coach. They got J.K. Dubins. They added him. Hopefully he's healthy for fantasy. Late steal guy if that ever comes to be. But I know the Chargers lost a lot of weapons. I think Herbert lost 80% of his targets last year. All 4 guys they ended up losing.
They got the next Cooper Cup too.
Lad.
Oh, yeah. Well, if Lad ends up being that good, then they're in better shape than I think. But.
I respect the take, but I'm going to go with the Raiders plus 3.
Antonio Pierce.
People forget, but when McDaniel left last year, this team was one of the best teams in the NFL with Pierce. They had a very good record after they beat the Chiefs.
They put up 63
on Christmas, something crazy like that. That was a crazy game. But I love the Raiders in this spot. If you've been betting on the Chargers the past 2 or 3 years, you probably don't have a house. I'll be honest with you. They're pretty bad. They're not very good at covering the spread. I don't care if they have a new coach. They have a very young roster right now. I think if anything, if they do get into a rhythm, it's not week 1. It's a little bit later in the season. So give me the Raiders plus 3. I actually love this.
Such a toss-up game for me, but in a game like this, when it's really tight, you got to look for the signs, right? This guy looks like a Bolt to me. I'm taking the Chargers.
He's
I'm taking the Chargers.
Looks like Tay Adams.
True.
With the dreads.
I'm taking the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm not as a Seahawks fan. I'm not a big Jim Harbaugh fan. Obviously, from the past, I don't love the guy, but he is a decent coach, and I think, he's a good coach. And I think in this spot at home, not that it's really at home because it'll be all Raiders fans. I'm gonna take the Chargers. I like Herbert a lot better than Minshew. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
I like Herbert too.
I'll take LAC.
Chargers are just kind of a cancerous team. Last year I think I lost. I think I had the most confident pick in the survivor pool with the Chargers. I don't know what it was. It was some fishy game, but I was so confident in it, and I lost.
Anyone remember
who did they play?
It might have been Colts, honestly. Chargers. It was a game where it was just they should have dominated.
Yo, remember when the Raiders put up 70 against the Chargers 7 months ago, 6 months ago?
Yeah. I don't. I
we'll remember that.
I love Herbert,
Next week
but dude, what is going on over there? I don't know. I got to go with kind of consistency. Minshew is a step up. Right. I feel like he's decent. He can sling the rock. No, I'm going Raiders. Yeah, I'm going Raiders.
So split board. Another split board. Okay. Next up, the Denver Broncos at the Seahawks. Let's go. We're already placed the $50 on the Seahawks to win the Super Bowl. We already got the futures in to win the NFC. I think it's plus 2,000. To make the playoffs, it's something like plus 190. There's value all over the board, guys. There's value all over the board. This is a good team, and I'm going to start. I'm taking the Seahawks minus 5.5. I was just saying if it changed. I would take him up to 6.5, 7. Come on. Bo Nix, big fan actually. Draft him in the Dynasty League. Really like him. Think he's going to be very good. But this is in Seattle. Geno Smith has talent everywhere on this team. JSN year 2. Metcalf, Lockett still consistent. Fant's a good security blanket tight end. Obviously, Walker and Sharps in the backfield. Now we got Byron Murphy on the defensive line. Witherspoon another year. Woolen. Linebackers are a little sketchy, but this is a good team, good balanced team. -5.5. Zach.
I don't know. This might be my lock of the week. It's a pretty easy pick for me here. I mean, the Rook Bo Nix, he's going to shake Seattle. Shake him up. I love +5.5. I love it. I mean, you're a big Cortland Sutton guy, too.
I am a big Cortland Sutton guy, too. And Javonte Williams, honestly.
This is probably going to be a rout, realistically. I mean, give me the Broncos +5.5. Fuck the Seahawks. The fade starts now.
I like it, Zach. I like it, but
yeah, he's not.
Yeah, no, I gotta go with Seattle here. Minus
here.
the 5.5. I think Peyton's a good coach, but it's gonna take some time. Like I always have this narrative with rookies, like it's gonna take a little bit. This is the NFL. This isn't college football. It's gonna take a bit. You know what I mean? You gotta get your feet wet preseason football. I understand Knicks looked pretty good. That's not NFL football though. Let's be honest. I'm gonna take Seattle here. This team looks phenomenal. Like new coach Ryan Grubb is like. I'm so excited to watch that offense. Honestly, I think JSN's gonna be good. Relax. I don't like Seattle. I think Grubb is phenomenal though. One of the best offensive coordinator additions in the whole league probably this past offseason. So I'll go with the Seattle Seahawks, and I'll probably be taking them a lot this year. So barring injury, of course.
Of course.
No injury.
See how it goes.
Yeah.
In the battle of Russ Wilson's former teams, I'm going with Seattle Seahawks in this game.
Neat. Smart guy.
There's
a long
Seattle's at home. I do trust their offense a little bit more. You know, JSN year 2, like he has potential to be like a wide receiver 1 with Metcalf.
Damn right he does.
I want to see Sam Howell in there, though. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
at some point, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
it'll make me
honestly,
more excited to watch them because I don't like Geno.
Honestly, I feel like Seattle would get like that much better if since
I agree
on there. Yeah,
dude,
no,
I think that's
so.
the perfect.
And
team
Drew
for Sam
Lock,
Howell.
thank you for your service, Drew Lock.
But
They have a guy. They have 3 good receivers and a guy who loves to throw the ball 50 times a game in Sam Howell. Like they need that energy.
Yeah, that's
Geno Smith looks like a stick stiff, bro.
He's so stiff.
But I am all on Seattle.
Last one of our teams, Cody, Dallas Cowboys, +2.5 on the road, the Dog Pound in Cleveland. Nate Dogg, are you fading Cody's squad? Or are you taking the division rival, the Steelers, Cleveland Browns? You don't like either one of these teams. So this is interesting.
I think, fuck, this fits so weird. But anyways, I think I'm going to regretfully take the Cleveland Browns in this game. Cody made the point that the game's on turf.
It's on grass.
It's
on
turf.
Grass.
Which is like a scary trend with Dallas.
Very beyond scary.
Like, yeah.
Shit's bad.
All bias aside, you know, like I do think Jerome Ford is a very good plug-in player. Even maybe a permanent takeover if Chubb ain't the same. I don't know, like the Browns are always gonna have a good line, run the football. I still think there's like this is the last chance to show it for me though. I think Deshaun Watson can still tap into that Houston Texans guy somewhere. It's in there, and if you don't show it this year, then I think it's really gone. But I'm giving him a chance that it's this year. You know, you got Amari Cooper against the Cowboys too. He probably wants, you know, he has some revenge on his mind.
100%.
But that close, yeah, I'll take the Browns.
For me, everybody knows my stance. I love my Cowboys, but these guys, like, they can't play on the grass. I don't know what it is. Like, we saw them lose to the Cardinals. They were like 12-point favorites, lost to the Cardinals outright.
That was my
Just
so
sick.
exit Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, bro, you can't take these guys on the grass. The line shows it.
that
Why are the
that
Dallas
was very
Cowboys
sick.
plus 120 after the season they just had? It's just very odd. I understand the Browns are good. The Browns win this game. I'll take them minus 2.5.
Yeah, I don't think I can pick this game like in terms of like actually betting it. To be honest, I'm gonna take the Cowboys plus 2.5 actually, just because I really don't like Deshaun Watson. I just don't think he's good anymore. And then Jerome Ford's fine, but there's some questions there. Cooper, I mean, I just the defense is obviously what they're gonna rely on, and I think honestly the best play in this game is probably the under. I definitely think this is under 41.5. But if I had to pick, like we do every spread, I'm gonna take the Cowboys plus 2.5. But I don't feel great about it.
Yeah, I don't feel great about this either. But I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna go with the boys here, plus 2.5. They got out to a very hot start last year. Hopefully they do it again. I mean, they're a shaky team, but I think they can get this done.
Didn't they open up 40-0 last year?
Yeah.
Giants wasn't that last year? Yeah. All right, another game. This one I love. Commanders at the Buccaneers. Bucks laying 3.5. Zach, Baker Mayfield, or Jaden Daniels in this one?
I mean, this is all Bucks here.
Wow.
It's all Bucks, minus 3.5. Baker's a solid QB. I was actually on Baker a lot last year. I feel like he's a dog. He plays hard. I mean, I think the Bucks take this down. They win by a touchdown. Let's go, Bucks.
I like the Commanders a lot in this game. I think they're gonna get so like considerably better. Some people I think they have them in the playoffs, and I don't think that's crazy. I don't know. Jaden Daniels, obviously we're gonna have to see. Again, your thing with rookies early on in the season, that's completely valid. But I just think with like Terry McLaurin finally has like a guy, and like I just think their backfield's not anything crazy, but maybe Eckler gives them a little spark. Brian Robinson's solid. The defense, I'm concerned. But overall, like I think this team's gonna be fun, and I think 3.5. I think the Bucks can win by 3, and you still get the cover. Like, come on, give me that all day. 3.5 Commanders, commies, come on.
I'm with Colin. I love the Commanders. I know I've been saying rookies may get off to a slow start, but this is a guy who was tormenting the SEC, like legitimately tormenting them. Threw for 4,000 yards, rushed for 1,000, like 40 total touchdowns. This guy's like the whole package. I think Daniels brings this team to life. I think they're gonna be great, and I think they're gonna set like a standard in this first game where like the sportsbooks don't make this mistake again.
Get it while you can here.
Yeah, so I would get it while you can. The plus 150, the plus 3.5. I think this is a hammer play. I'll take the Commanders. They also lost Canales too. Like I think losing Canales, the Buccaneers, that's tough. He's one of the best coaches. So for QBs especially.
Tough spread, weird game, line wise, but I'm going to take the Buccaneers in this game.
Let's go, dog.
Take the Buccaneers. I mean. It's still hard to go against the Chris Godwin and the Mike Evans wide receiver duo on the other side.
Teams been together too. They've been doing it.
And yeah, I'll just predict the rookie like slow start. Baker has the edge. Bucks.
Sunday Night Football rematch of the wild card round. Rams at the Lions. Lions.
I'm very excited for that game.
3.5 is gonna be a damn good game. Lions minus 3.5 at home. Does Stafford get his revenge against his old team here, Nate, from last year's tight playoff loss?
I'm taking the Rams for the spread in this game, yes.
Yes.
My heart still says Lions win the game, but I think it's going to be a very good, close, high-scoring affair. You got Amon-Ra and Laporta and Gibbs against Kyren, Cooper Kupp, and Puka Nacua with Matt Stafford and Goff. Playing against old teams again. Also, rematch from the playoffs again, like Colton said.
Yeah, so much here.
A lot of things to look forward to in this game. But Stafford didn't get it done in the playoff game, but I think he can at least keep it close for the spread in this game.
Field goal game?
Yeah, maybe game-winning field goal game. Could do that.
For me, I'm going to be taking the Lions minus 3.5. I just totally love this offense. A lot of people are kind of low on Jamison Williams, but he's actually one of my favorite players.
I love him.
He's one of my favorite players on this team. I think he could arguably go toe-to-toe with Amon-Ra this year, in my opinion.
I love him.
So I think J-Mo and the Lions get this done, minus 3.5, and I'm confident about it.
Yeah, I'm going to back that. I'm going to take the Lions minus 3.5. I definitely would feel better at 3 or 2.5, but I'll take the 3.5. I think this would be like I don't know. I think it'll be pretty high scoring. I think like 31-27 they get the
I agree. High scoring game for
sure. So I'll take the Lions. I think we're in for a treat. I think it's a great Sunday Night Football game to open us up. Give me the Lions though to cover.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like the Lions are kind of a powerhouse team right now. I mean, I know it's first game of the year, but they had a great season last year. They have a ton of offensive weapons, and like Cody said, I love J-Mo. I think he's a dog. He was good last year, got better last year, showed signs. I think this year he's a lot better, and they got weapons on this team, so I love the Lions here. Love them.
Wrapping up Monday Night Football, Aaron Rodgers, after playing 4 snaps last year, going against the team that passed up on him in the draft.
Oh, it's going to be great.
They had the pick, the Alex Smith thing. Is that narrative
still
alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
And for Rodgers it is.
This line has moved a lot, I feel like. Wasn't it up to... Oh, it was 5.5 at one point. I don't know. It's 4.5 as of right now, Tuesday. Niners at home. This is kind of a tough one, maybe, Zachary?
I'm going to go with the quarterbacks here, and I mean, A-Rod, he's coming back. I love it. I actually love the Jets here. I love it, love it, love it. Plus 4.5. That A-Rod Garrett connection is going to be lethal. I mean, there's a ton of studs on the 49ers, but it's week one. Week one, anything can happen in week one. We've seen that. So I love the Jets. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Plus 4.5.
And with that...
Jets. Shout out Jones.
With that, we're not going to have a single lock this week, which I don't know what's happened. So I'm taking the Niners, like a sweep, a storm as I think they call it.
I mean, that Broncos pick is grimy, but I have to.
I'm taking the Niners. If you know
Tell me
anything,
with caution on that one.
If you know anything, I hate the Niners, but they're still a damn good team. And I think this Jets, are we really? This is not a good matchup for Rodgers in his first game back. Playing that defensive line with Bosa and company, I think that's just a rough matchup. I think the Niners probably win this by like 17, to be honest. Niners. Fuck them, but Niners.
I'm with Zach here. I really like the Jets. You look at history, like historically, Rodgers is just a phenomenal quarterback. He's going to be a Hall of Famer, great quarterback. I understand he's an older guy now, but I think the young weapons on this offense, you got Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, they can stay on the field. They can tire the 49ers out, and I think they can get the job done here. So they may not win this game, but I think it's close regardless. It's a primetime game, so I hope we don't see too many blowouts in primetime games, but I'll take the 4.5 for the Jets.
Yeah, I do expect a close game out of this one, but I am going to take the Jets.
That's crazy.
Colton alluded to it. Aaron Rodgers grew up a San Francisco 49ers fan. Alex Smith got passed up for him. A lot of heartbreaking playoff losses to the San Fran in his career, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And then last year he goes to the Jets with the torn Achilles, plays 4 snaps. I think this year he erases all that. He gets the win against San Fran, and he reestablishes himself that he's back.
Yeah. All right, guys. Now, if you watch the show, we always do locks of the week. This is where we made our money last year. Combined record of the show was disgustingly good, so pay attention. Who wants to open us up? You want to open us up?
Sure.
Go for it. Lock of the week.
For me, it's kind of gross. I'm not super excited about it, but out of all the games, this is the one that kind of stuck out to me. Like I previously said, I really like the Giants this week, plus 1.5 at home. This dude was seeing ghosts last time he was there. Like I said, Darnold, he's not a bad quarterback, but I'm very much higher on Daniel Jones than other people are. I think the guy's not too bad. He can make it work. He's getting paid $40 million for a reason. He's not no slouch. I hope he can show it this week. But I think Malik Neighbors, not gonna lie, I think he can go for 150 yards. Got something in my eye there, but I think he can get 150 yards easily in this game. And that kind of sounds crazy but remember when Jamar Chase's rookie that first game, his rookie year, he went for 100 something. So. I think Neighbors has a big day, and I like the Giants.
I thought you were going where I'm gonna go.
Oh,
the Washington Commanders plus 3.5. So Giants and Commanders.
This
could get ugly early, but I'm taking the Commanders. I think that hook's huge. Plus 3.5. Nothing more to say.
I actually got a
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I got a parlay. Actually,
I got
a lock parlay.
My lock of the week is Arizona plus 6.5 against the Bills.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
So Giants, Commanders,
weapons everywhere. Those defenses
they can keep that close.
Banged up. Yeah.
Oh, very banged up.
So that's actually
they could win
part.
That
that's part of my lock parlay. That was one of the picks. The Cards. The other one is the Fins, Dolphins. It's gonna be a blowout. Blowout. Let's ride the wave. But I love the Dolphins Cards parlay, lock parlay. I mean, me and Nate Dogg, I like it.
To wrap up, fantasy player of the week. One guy that we're really looking out for can be a lower
try to stay away
player.
from the obvious guys.
Yeah, we try to give a little something. Although mine's not super under the radar. I'm gonna start, and I'm going Dalton Kincaid. Love this guy. Try to draft him in as many leagues as possible this year. I got him in several. I'm just super high on him. He's the guy that Allen's going to trust the most, and I think he's going to take a huge step forward in year 2. And I love him in this matchup. Come on, Dalton Kincaid.
Bro,
you're obviously starting him probably, but if you do daily fantasy sports or anything like that, or if you just take his overs, I'm Dalton Kincaid. Let's go.
In a high-paced game too.
Yeah.
That'll be a high-paced game. Yeah. For me, I'm taking Malik Neighbors. I just think he's going to tear apart that Vikings defense. I think the secondary is horrific. So I think Neighbors has a big day.
I think I like DJ Moore from Chicago. I think everyone at secondary looks at them as barbecue chicken. 6 catches, 120 yards, touchdown DJ Moore. And get him in that range. I think.
Yeah, barbecue chicken.
Possible.
All right,
I mean, you're most likely starting this guy if you have him, but I said it before, I think this duo could be solid this year. I like Kyle Pitts. I like it. Kirk is a good quarterback, and he's going to throw him the rock.
On Patrick Queen, though?
Yes. Yes. Dude, he's a beast.
No, he is a beast.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We're back. I'm very excited for this NFL season. We're going to be coming at you every week, like last year, with picks, locks, everything. Tail us. Let me know your picks. We're going to be also trying to do some other stuff, other content. Maybe we'll get some guests on this year. I know we had Jones in the wild card thing last year, so
maybe we'll have multiple setting changes.
Yeah,
too.
we might have a lot of stuff going on.
Dude almost came to this. I was coming before him.
Yeah, so make sure
he almost came.
make sure you subscribe and be on the lookout.
And say hi to our newest member.
This is our mascot. This is the mascot of the channel right here. So subscribe, like, and we'll see you next week.
Rub 'em.
Go Hawks.
Go. Week 1.